Trump's shocking demand: Iran must pay for decades of bloodshed. Tensions with Iran are flaring as former President Donald Trump issues a direct and powerful challenge, demanding that Tehran compensate Americans and protesters, just as Iran seeks its own reparations from Washington. The extraordinary back and forth began after senior Iranian officials called for the U.S. to pay for damages as a condition for reopening the vital Strait of Hormuz. Trump quickly labeled this an interesting idea before turning the tables. Taking to Truth Social, Trump declared that Iran must pay for all Americans killed or gravely wounded in attacks he attributes to Tehran, specifically mentioning victims of roadside bombs and conflicts initially led by General Soleimani, including those on the USS Cole. But his demands didn't stop there. He also insisted on compensation for the families of the hundreds of thousands of innocent Iranian protesters he says the regime has killed over the last 5 decades, with a staggering 52,000 in just the last 5 months alone. Trump confirmed he has instructed his representatives to firmly embed these compensation demands into any future negotiations with Iran. He even expanded the scope, stating Iran should be held responsible for the damages and deaths caused to the people of Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, and Gaza. Meanwhile, Iran's Supreme National Security Council remains unyielding. They've stated the Strait of Hormuz will stay closed until the U.S. corrects its behavior. Their conditions for reopening the strategic waterway include an end to American military operations and threats, the lifting of sanctions, the release of frozen Iranian assets, and yes, their own demand for war reparations. When pressed on whether Iran had exhausted its chances for a deal with the United States, Trump offered a cryptic response: "You'll find out." He acknowledged the U.S. certainly has the ability to take further action, repeating, "You'll find out." He also revealed that negotiations with Iran are currently only semi-negotiating status. The standoff over who owes whom promises to be a central and explosive point in any future discussions, highlighting the deep animosity and complex history between the two nations.